talking about children, I'll lose my mind. So, special reminder: do not talk about kids around me. Okay, so they're saying that Abrego Garcia, y'all, we're all hoping for the best for this young man. They're saying that he will never. Well, let me go down and put this down. Find out where they said it here. They said he will never be free on American soil. So if you guys understand that, he has to make a critical decision today. I know what we would like, and hope if hopes and dreams were something. I don't remember the end of that, but he's gonna have to make a critical decision today, and it's very, very fucking sad. He's either going to Uganda or he can admit
Costa Rica rocks. Go to Costa Rica.
We talked about the Costa Rica aspect, but he'll still be in jail. I thought they were just gonna parachute him in and let him. Yeah, I didn't either. I thought they were going. The way they're making it seem like if you just say you're guilty, we'll send you to Costa Rica. But it's not that. They're saying I'm gonna keep reading, because if he's going to go to jail in Costa Rica, which jail is better, Uganda or Costa Rica? So I'm trying to read here and make sure that's the options.
Costa Rica, because Costa Rica has more American friends and people are more respectful. I have no idea about Uganda though.
We have to think about the prisons though, not just the outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to research. Y'all research which prison. Is he really going to prison? Okay, because if you tell me all I gotta do is say I'm guilty and you release me in Costa Rica, I'm gonna take that deal, because I don't want to go to jail, and I think I speak Spanish. I'll be able to make me a life with my family in a beautiful place called Costa Rica. But if you're telling me I'm going to jail no matter what, oh my God, he has a hard decision. Just reading.
This is protocol. The whole thing about this is that they're gonna start using this as a standard.
Hi, John.
What's up? How you doing?
Doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for contributing to the campaign to elect candidate Congressman John Kitover. Thank you, Jane.
You're welcome. I forgot. Yeah. Well, I'll get vilified. I like it.
Did you hear
I won't vote. Wouldn't vote for you. This was more of a friendly donation to support you.
Well, you're a little bit like Peter. You're like my Peter Thiel. You're funding lawfare against some of your deepest, worst enemies on this app. I salute you in the battle, Jane.
Thank you. Did you win against who?
Yeah.
Brad F.
They sent me. Somebody sent me a text message and says your knee. He says, what did he say? He said, you don't have to worry about Brad. You've put your knee on his throat. I was like, oh damn, atrocious. But apparently he has scuttled his ship. He's running for the mountains with his wolf, and he's living, like what is his
like
name?
on a survival show?
He's like Ted Bundy, or not Ted Bundy. Who's the guy who was living in the forest? The Unabomber. Anyways, I'm just teasing, but no, everything is fine. I mean, the whole thing was I wanted to stop him from harassing me. I wanted to stop Dr. Adams from harassing me, and I wanted to stop who's the other? Oh, Matt Cool. There's a whole bunch of people. Pepe, everybody. They're all harassing me in the campaign, and I hope this warning will prevent people from basically doing slander, defamation, and libel against me.
I hope so too. And in the process, you're cleaning up the streets for others who might not have to take that vitriol. Although we're all on this app voluntarily, so I'm not one to complain about it. When I looked into this years ago, the first thing that you'll be asked is, well, why did you stay on this app? As far as like the threats and all of that.
Well, it doesn't negate. He's still breaking the law by saying the horrific homicidal ideation that he says on this app. So.
Yeah, I know. And I'm really glad you are standing up to that. Very few people, men in particular, ever say shit. So it's been very refreshing. Good job.
He's very schizophrenic to listen to, because sometimes he'll be talking about statistics, data, news, etc. But then when you hear him like rapid fire off, death threats mixed in with other things, you're like, did I just hear that correctly?
Whoa, yeah.
You're like, what?
And they're going around
Yeah.
saying others are mentally unstable. So it's a whole inverted universe, I suppose.
Yeah, if you go around throwing stones and you yourself are doing what you're accusing other people of doing or behaving or being, like, it's all, that's why I say all communication is projection.
Well, I find the angle interesting how many women line up to support these men.
I think that's psychological because have you ever been to
so?
have you ever been to the zoo and observed, silverback gorillas with their harem of female gorillas?
Yeah, but I agree with you without even that. Yeah, of course. This is socialized into us. You must, at all costs, protect. I don't know the details of this.
It's either Munchausen syndrome or what's the other one where you're getting abused? Is that Munchausen syndrome?
No, Stockholm.
Stockholm. I think it's either Stockholm or Munchausen.
Or a hybrid, a combo, a new condition. Well, John, good luck. I'm heading out.
Okay, take care.
But thank you for keeping me up to date. I'm very interested.
And thank you for donating to the campaign, Jane.
Sure.
Take care, bye.
That is East Africa.
They're saying if you don't,
That's what it says. Okay, good night. Close your mic. Other people want to talk. You're not the only person here. Shush.
Yeah, we gotta get over like the if why is this happening? We gotta get over that. We already know why this is happening. We gotta go with what options are actually on the table, because we wanna make sure is this whatever is best for him, right? And he has to make that. And here's what I say: you better have a really good attorney go line by line. Make sure there's no freaking like loopholes in there or anything like that they might make it worse for you. So have them read it. The read between the line.
Well, he has attorneys. That's the whole point, y'all. I'm reading the article. I've read it 3 times. She's right about serving the time, and I don't know what kind of time that is, but Costa Rica has agreed to take him as a refugee. So if you agree to take me as a refugee, then I don't know, that means that you are I'm under your protection as Costa Rica. So I don't know how long they're going to decide to keep him in jail as a Spanish-speaking country. I don't know about the circumstances under his family, if they can go. He has lawyers. He has a ton of lawyers.
I'm going to take a step back here because that doesn't make any sense. To accept someone as a refugee is not a prisoner. So that's the thing, is those are 2 different languages we're talking about. So if he's willing to accept them, it sounds like to me, my understanding from what I'm hearing from you and what I heard, is that he's able to go to Costa Rica as a refugee, will not be put in prison, because a refugee is not a prisoner.
I'm reading to you from this article, and it's from the New York Times. You guys can take it for its value. You can go read it yourself. It said here that I just lost my space.
Yeah, they just ultimatum him. Right? That's it. They cornered him into those options.
I just lost my space. Go ahead, talk. You guys have to go back to my space where it said Costa Rica will take you as a.
But then what would happen to his civil case going on? What would happen to his civil case going on? What would happen to his civil case that he has against the United States government? So if he was to plead guilty, what does that mean for a civil case? Because he has a civil case.
Good question. It would mean a lot if you plead guilty to being that. The guilty plea would be to the trafficking, Patty. And I think the civil case is for him not going through due process. Am I correct, or you guys can correct me?
So, but what I was going to say is we have to remember that his so-called crime, which they're calling human trafficking, was that he had a pile of immigrants in his car crossing over so that they could get work. And I think that's not really what human trafficking means, but that's what they used to start this whole mess.
That case was already thrown out, right? That was
Exactly.
And also
So I don't think they have anything on him. So he doesn't. They don't have any. That's not human trafficking.
See, I'm not done talking. Sorry. Of course, it's not human trafficking, but I want to say that I want to put it in the same, we've got a whiteboard going on here and there's this. Also remember that ICE is now doing raids and detaining people based on things like not wearing their seatbelt. So this is a precedence that is so much bigger and what's going to become much more worse as this, material militarization goes into Chicago, New York, everywhere else that it's going to go. So I just want to remind us that that's what people are being stopped by and then convicted of. And then what happens is they try to resist. Now that's a felony, resisting arrest. So what started out as my seatbelt wasn't on turns into this. So we have to keep focused on, I would give anything for a regular to be safe and okay, but is this a bigger question at hand with what they're able to call criminal?
And the biggest question, it also, once again, is the civil liberties part of it. So this is setting the precedent for that. And next thing I know it, you're right, I'm pulled over by the police for a seatbelt, which I always have my seatbelts on. Now they're doing your lights in the back, whatever. And then that guy in Washington, D.C. the other day, they were stuck in traffic, literally stuck in traffic. The one that I played the other day. And they walked up to this guy's car because he looked illegal. One more time, looked illegal. So if you look illegal, whatever he refused to open roll down the window. It was DC cops, and it was also the National Guard, or whatever they call those people, in the uniform. They broke his window, which is the new standard. If you don't roll down your window's gonna get smashed. They pulled him out, grown-ass man, through the window, and started asking him for his papers. Well, he never got a chance to pull the papers out because he was resisting arrest because they were pulling and yanking. I don't know how do I go limp, pulling me off the car and dragging me and throwing me to the ground? So, yeah, they had 12 people on him. He kept crying. Y'all remember that? He was crying.
Yeah.
Literally crying. Said, I'm not a criminal. I work here, blah, 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 blah. They didn't give a fuck. They hoisted, they put all of them had on his knee, on his back. They cuffed him, and they threw them in the van. Now, how is this even fucking legal in this country? This stuff go down. He didn't get a chance to go for his wallet.
But the things that you're seeing, them breaking windows, breaking in barber shops, breaking the windows of barber shops, I mean, this fucking stuff is, how is it illegal? I mean, this is really, they're like throwing these people down on the fucking pavement, hitting their heads, and they don't even know if they have the right person.
Y'all know they've been doing this to black folk for the last 100 years.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh shit, I mean, you see it, I'm shocked and appalled. Like,
Any of this shit, I don't agree with it. Any black, white, any gray, brown, I don't agree with any of that stuff.
well, that's
I
what they
never
practice
have,
on.
I get really empowered by it because it's not acceptable, it's not right.
On
They I don't know, I don't want to, excuse me, First Lady.
Excuse.
And you, you passing gas off mic. So
Not yet.
I don't want to, I don't want the thing to be missed that they have been doing this on, black people. This is that they were doing this and black people were saying this and, nobody really cared. And now that, people that look kind of white is happening to, people are up in arms like, what's going on?
You know,
I know you're not giving a thumbs up, pure blood, when you just was talking about gays. You need to go sit down on the audience for a minute. I'm going to drop you.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, and this isn't really towards anyone, right? So don't get offended. See.
I'm offended.
But what I'm saying is, are you a white lady?
I see.
I'm saying that it's just interesting to hear. As a person who's had this happen to me several times, to hear the outrage when we've been screaming it from the top of our lungs for like years and years and years. And I mean, you know, I understand that it is outrageous, it's bad, it's terrible, but there's the reason why you may not, from a lot of black people, from a lot of urban areas, they may be like, you know, whatever. It's because it's like, this is not abnormal, like breaking windows and all of this stuff has happened to me, all of it. And I've never been a drug dealer.
Like you've had the police break, you've seen.
Yeah, several. No, not seen. It's happened to me. I've had my dog taken away from me. I've had all kind of ridiculous shit happen with the police. No National Guard, no nothing. But this is just what happens to if you are a black man, but man especially. I can almost. I would bet any amount of money we could just tell black men to come up here and tell their stories, and all of them will have one. All of them. So it's just, I say that to say we have to listen to our citizens, because even though, you know, we may not think black people are telling the truth, black people, like always, have been the first in America to know, hey, this is not.
I would say also child labor.
Especially in the so-called marijuana fields.
Shit.
I can't believe it's only 10 o'clock. I'm bored.
You're overstimulated from last week. I know. I need to look and see if there's anything going on in the hallway.
What's that?
I need to look and see if there's anything even in the hallway.
Oh,
Maybe
it wasn't much. I think Chillism has a room open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anything major going on right now.
Well, that's what we were talking about, the Menendez case, and I just got frustrated with just, not all of them, but just certain, just dumb as a box of rocks. I'm talking drooling on the floor, stupid. Just everything turns into a little argument. It's like, dude, I read the case. You're saying they're reading off of ChatGPT, and you're not even acknowledging the fact that there are two separate cases. There was a case that ended in a deadlock, and then there's a case that ended in their conviction. So it just got frustrating.
I forgot about that. You're right. They did deadlock the first time.
Yeah, there was a lot going on back then. You had the OJ trial going on, the McMartin case. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on back then. Josh Eichelborn slapping cock.
Yeah.
And let's not forget this Phil Spector case. Remember the Phil Spector case? The musician, I think it was Phil Spector. Did he shoot his wife or something?
Are you talking about the white dude with the afro?
Yeah.
That dude
Did he
was
shoot his wife
weird.
at dinner or something like that?
Yeah, I think in her sleep.
Maybe we were as crazy back then as we are now. Maybe it's just spotlighted because of social media.
I think we're better now. You don't see any celebrities running around slapping cops.
No, we just have him like Lil Nas X walking down the middle of Ventura Boulevard.
And his undies, yeah.
He's wearing his underwear and fuzzy boots. Like, what the fuck?
Oh man, that was hysterical. I was like, what in the fuck?
Posing like he's on the runway and
That's what I was about to say. He was so creepy.
right?
mercy with it.
He's lucky he didn't buy a car.
Mm-hmm.
So Ventura Boulevard is very dark. I don't know if y'all have ever been out here. It's very, very, very dark.
Yes, it is.
I mean, at least his tidy whities were white.
Christine, that's why people were trying to claim he was overdosing. I'm like, yeah, no, overdose doesn't look like that. That was a calculated move. He made sure his eyes were spotless.
Yes, that and those boots.
That would have been funny if he had fallen and shitted on himself.
I was just like, why? Why is this happening right now? It was kind of very reminiscent of Britney Spears.
And Martin, remember years ago when Martin Lawrence had that breakdown, like on Hollywood Boulevard or some street in LA, and I think he was in his underwear too, or was it a diaper? Either way it goes, Martin had that breakdown. He was in
So sad. I loved Martin Lawrence too.
Yeah. And a pistol. I think he had a gun too.
I feel bad for laughing, but I see that at least once a week.
Adam says just another day.
Well, no. So when I was on the phone earlier, I was calling LAPD. There was two homeless people that just, they just started setting up shop. And I'm just like, okay, this man's playing with the lighter. We just had those fires in January. Like, can you please, like, remove this person? Like, take him to a shelter or something? But yeah, I can't wait till the Olympics comes to town and they get rid of all the homeless people.
We said 2 years?
2028.
It's summer games, right?
Yep. Come on, Serendipity. We're in Southern California. They're going to have the winter
I know, I'm
Olympics.
sitting here thinking, wait, it doesn't really snow very much in Cali, does it? I guess you gotta go pretty far north.
I mean, you could go to Big Bear or, like up north, but for the most part, it's not really prime skiing territory. It snows in LA, in Mount Baldy.
Really?
Yeah, I was on Clubhouse in the snow one time. I got bored during the holidays and I just drove out there.
I don't know, I guess I kind of felt like LA getting snow, us getting snow. Yes, I can technically say we get it every few years or so. Not really. It never amounts to much. I'm shedding so bad. Like, I must be losing my summer coat or something. Something definitely is up.
It's kind of fun living in a big city. Like I see a Jet 2 Harley every day.
I don't think I'd like it. I like being close enough to be there if I want to be there, but it's not being.
Citizens are military incursions near border of dangerous escalation, and these people are demonic, man. They've been bombing the shit out of Syria for a while. Israel says it killed Hezbollah man trying to rebuild the movement south of Lebanon. Wow. We have, I guess, according to this article, we have a 3-year-old in critical condition after piano falls on it.
Yeah.
That's something new. That's Israeli, I think, Jewish kid, man. 3-year-old.
Is the piano okay?
Calm down, bro. Calm down. Calm down, man. found out. What's up, Mark? Let's see. You want to speak, Mark? No? Anyways.
Mark, what side are you on?
I think he's on a phone call, maybe.
But you know, this app has been glitching like for 2 days as well, so.
Yeah. I think it's, are you using the iPhone, Ocean?
No, I don't like iPhone. But there's the
Are you
other
using
one.
Android? Oh my god, you disappointed me.
Why?
I was gonna mock the iPhone. I was gonna mock the iPhone thing, but anyways.
But you know, iPhone is like for dummies. It's like, I'm sorry, but like they created.
Someone please bring General in here.
Sorry.
That's the brother here, General, and he'll fight with you for the iPhone thing.
So, let go. No, I think.
Oh wow, speaking of General, listen to Ocean. He's saying iPhone is garbage, it's for stupid people.
I didn't say that. I said that they created it for people with Down syndrome and autistic people. No, it's true. It's true. The original design of the iPhone is so you don't need to read and you go by colors and shapes. It's like the whole thing is like simplified for really simple, intelligent.
General, what's up with you, bro?
Assalamualaikum.
Did you hear what she said?
What's interesting is sister. I don't want to call sister Ocean out. She was having issues with the app earlier on, and she didn't know where to find the update. So I think it's enough that.
I just said Kyle. I never said the more intelligent one.
Well, in that case.
No, I like to challenge myself in life. So if I'm gonna take something technological, I will take the most difficult one. I'm kidding. Yeah, you did out me. I am that.
Yeah, I thought so. Next time, just take lane and insult iPhones.
You just actually proved that you are in my level. So wherever I am, you know, technically you're there with me because it's still me for, you know.
At all. I think the beauty of it is that it's a multi-trillion-dollar company. It designed a product to be much better. Well, it was one of the first smartphones, to be fair.
One of the first?
One of the first smartphones. Using a smartphone shouldn't be rocket science, right? It should be very fluid.
It was Android the first smartphone,
very secure.
not iPhone in general. You know this.
No, I said one of the first. One of the first.
One of the worst, but it came after Android phone came out. So one of the, well, you could say maybe one of the.
I mean, no person in the scientific or tech community will say that Android is more fluid than iOS. iOS is built like that. Exactly. First is always not the best.
No, but first is always the original, which, you know, they probably...
It doesn't matter. Do we want to be first in everything? No. Do we want to be perfect in everything? Yes.
But jokes aside, I mean, it's more like sophisticated and more advanced. I'm not saying I'm better at that one. I'm just saying it is. This is reality.
Which one is?
The Android.
Android is not more sophisticated and more advanced.
Between
That's just
come on.
Use your sophisticated AI and ask it which operating system is more secure.
I don't like your tone now, General. You can't really like obviously when someone wants to win.
I don't really care about winning. I have both.
He has both.
Yeah, I don't
He
really.
has both. But the one that he's
There's good arguments to be made that iOS is good, and there's arguments to be made that Android is good. I personally don't like Android. It's just a very clunky operating system.
I want to get the Chinese phone. Weiwu? Is that what it's called?
Huawei. Not Weiwu.
Mine is a Huawei, and that's an Android.
It's Huawei.
What Wait, isn't Huawei Android?
Yeah, it's Chinese though. He said Chinese.
I have the Chinese version. That one.
Which one?
Huawei.
Oh, you have the folding one or the normal one? I can barely hear you.
With the one, with the thin one.
Is it the one with the the round cameras at the back? Like a
With
third
the round.
Well,
I'm
I
not.
forgot the brand name. Is the? I mean,
It's a I have the Motorola.
Motorola.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Motorola's American, but it's owned by Lenovo.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
So you could say it's Chinese, I guess.
It was according to.
I didn't know they still sold phones. I thought it was just no way they have the foldables.
No, but mine is like a really cheap one too. Like mine isn't really advanced.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's not a foldable one.
So, anyways, I think, oh wow, we got Zach in there. What's up, Omar? Assalamu alaikum.
What up? Awesome.
Welcome, son.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Zach, what do you think about them going out to the hospital?
That was a very quiet alaikum salam. You don't want to give me a hearty alaikum? I gave you a good
I can say
salam
shalom to
alaikum.
you.
I did. I can say shalom.
You said it under your begrudgingly.
Yeah,
You said it begrudgingly.
encouragingly. My question to you, what do you think about the hospital attack, Zach?
I haven't heard about the most recent hospital attack.
I put the article in the chat. If you scroll up, you'll be able to
Put
see it.
the link in the chat.
You want to see
Alright.
it? I'll put the link in the chat.
Israel, hold on. Hospital
Thank-
attack.
and guess what?
Journalists, 20 people, 5.
Trump was pissed off.
That's a lot of journalists.
Trump was pissed, and guess what? These were mainstream journalists.
Last streaming voices reporting about the dying silently. Alright.
These fuckers are killing mainstream journalists, your white brothers and sisters.
Starved.
I'm sure they'll find a way to defend this.
Ceasefire now. Okay, great. Ceasefire now. Let's have a ceasefire now. I agree. Ceasefire.
Yeah, but do you agree that they are targeting hospital workers?
They are targeting people who are appear to be hospital workers. I don't know if they are hospital.
They're targeting journalists and hospital workers. Do you agree on that? No, nobody's agreeing.
Shlomi, our friend Shlomi. Do you know Shlomi?
Yes.
Do you like Shlomi?
Yeah, he's okay.
Do you respect Shlomi? Do you believe
I respect
Shlomi? Do you
I
believe
respect
Shlomi?
He doesn't have to respect.
According,
Do you believe Shlomi?
I don't believe Shlomi. The news stories came out. I don't believe his news stories. The one I
What are
asked
his news stories? Which stories do you believe? Which
he
stories do you not believe?
he kind of changed the whole story on us.
How did he change it?
We have somebody sent me a clip of when I questioned him. We did a Q&A. It was an hour and 30 minutes. Some of the answers were very, interesting. We asked him one of the questions. We asked him, "Would you have dinner with, somebody?"
I was there on that
Do you know what he
I was
said?
in
You know what he said?
He said he would have dinner.
There you go. What does that make you feel? What does that say?
Credit just for being a frequent fan of yours that I was here on.
I don't remember you were here. You didn't have a trash bag. I don't know your trash bag.
I was probably Nature Hero, or maybe I was Ishmael the Gorilla. Remember, I used
I
to
don't know
be
what
Ishmael
you
the
were.
Gorilla.
Why'd you put that Gorilla's picture on there? Because you were racist.
No,
Just like all
people
of it.
thought he was racist.
I'm trying to get you to change your mind. I'm trying to get you to change your mind.
It was.
You can be racist if I could be racist.
White people can't be racist. White people can only experience racism.
We're experiencing racism when what? Nobody was being racist to you.
Yeah, white people can't be racist.
Anyway, look. Shlomi said that he was held in Gaza as a prisoner of Gaza. And Shlomi said that the guy who was holding him prisoner was literally a journalist. And so if you don't believe Shlomi, you don't believe Shlomi, okay? But if you do believe Shlomi, wait a minute, I'm speaking. Shlomi, you don't believe Shlomi. But if you do believe Shlomi, then you have to admit that there are some people who are journalists. I'm not saying the guy was a Hamas fighter. I'm not saying he was a Hamas fighter, but he was a journalist who was also holding a man hostage in
he was living with the family. I didn't hear him say he was a journalist. How did he know he was a journalist? If he was a journalist, did he go out and freaking have a camera and he would record everything?
I think he went out and he freaking had a camera and he was fucking record everything.
He was recording what was going on with the hostages. That's how they send out videos of the hostages. He wasn't a journalist. When we asked him question, Zach, when we asked him question, he didn't say journalist.
You're disingenuous.
Oh, he literally didn't say he was a journalist. Nobody, he didn't say it.
I hear you.
Okay, can you provide evidence where he said he was a journalist?
Not
the clips, hold on. Zach, the clips I have, nowhere in there he said he was a journalist.
He posted online that he was held by.
That's what I'm saying. He changed the whole fucking story. What he told us on the clips that we have is way different than what he said, what he wrote afterwards, because he changed the story after the pressure.
On the clips that he had, he said he would have dinner with the guy, but did he say that he was a journalist?
No, he didn't say he was a journalist. That's what I'm saying. Literally, bro, I don't know who you're on about, man. Seriously. See, now you're being intellectually dishonest.
I just said about you. I just said that you're being intellectually dishonest.
Exactly. We have data. We have proof. I have evidence. I'm not lying. And the other day, we had Shuki that played his clip.
Look, I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
So are you going to deny the evidence that I have?
What evidence that you have about that?
I have the actual clip on that day when we did a Q&A, right? Shuki brought it to our attention. Shuki is the one that played it, the whole the clip. It's about an hour and 30 minutes long. All right, in this same room. Nowhere in there he said he was a captive under journalist. I think and what he did after he did whatever he did, he changed the whole fucking story. And guess what? Him and there's people on on a case. They filed a lawsuit against Mahmoud Khalil and a whole bunch of other people. I came across a PDF file because we have a lawyer as a moderator as well. You know Ace, right, Zach? She's a lawyer, by the way, by profession. She came across a court case. Do you know whose name is mentioned? Shalomi's name mentioned on there. Who else? Mahmoud Khalil. Who else? CARE, the organization that fights for the Muslim rights in America. That get discriminated against at the hotel or whatever. There was even a whole bunch of cases about hijab or whatever. Some people even got fired just for wearing a hijab in America. And CARE is a non-profit organization that fights for the on behalf of Muslims. And so Shalomi has filed. Shalomi, is one of the people on there. There's other people on there as well. And if you have the Jewish organization, and they even went after Jews for Peace on that document. It's a case that has been filed in court of law. And even against that Colombian student, literally Shalomi went to Jerusalem. He made a comment on what he did. He asked him this question. He said he heard some names. He asked him, "Do you speak Arabic?" He said, "No, he doesn't speak Arabic." Then Asa asked him, "How the hell did you know about that person's name that was protesting at the Columbia University? Do you know that person got arrested thanks to Shalomi?" And Shalomi fucked up the whole thing. Yeah, Shalomi fucked up the whole thing. And I was in a shock. And when he came in here, he's like, "No, I didn't say any of that." Then how did the newspaper spin the whole narrative? They didn't fucking spin it out of nowhere. And then now we see a court case. And Shalomi's name is on there. It means Shalomi is in on it, and he lied to us. He pulled a hasbah on us. And that's what bothers me. And we actually have evidence. Can you imagine if this evidence was presented in court of law? His fucking whole case will go down the toilet. You can't go around and change a fucking story and lie about it. Nowhere in those clips, we asked him multiple times, who was that person? We asked him a whole bunch of questions. Nowhere in the fucking clip he said he's a journalist. And then he came around and he changed his whole story. That's what bothers me about fucking liars, man.
Greetings to the room. I was in here the other day and someone said that the Gazans cannot leave but I recently saw like this organization called Heal Palestine that has been like bringing people to the United States. So I just want to make sure I'm not being scammed or anything like that because I've been keeping up with their page.
You know, the United States canceled the visas, by the way, Sister Santos. There was a 3,000 visa that they issued and they canceled it. So there's no more kids allowed, thanks to Marco Rubio. And there's some Zionist bitch or, man bitch. They got into, they canceled the visas.
Well, this particular family came over the beginning of August.
It's for amputee kids, by the way, Sister Santos. Amputee
Yes.
kids. Yeah, if your kid is amputated, then they'll bring you, but they canceled all these visas. They're gonna send it back.
They're going to send them back to Gaza?
It's very small. It's like less than 3,000. Do you know what the population of Gaza is? It's about 2 million.
We need
How many
to
people-
accept
how many
all
kids
2
have-
million.
No. Do you know how many kids have died like recently last week due to starvation? Was more than
Do we
1,500
need to
kids.
accept all?
Zach. Did I say 2 million? I'm giving you facts.
You just said 2
Did I
million,
s-
actually. You
I said
literally-
about-
My
Zach.
friend,
Zach.
why are you speaking in his mouth?
Hang on, Ocean. I didn't say 2 million. Recently, just 1 week, about 50 to 100 kids died due to starvation. Okay? In 1 week. And they've been killing. Hold on, Zach. I said 50. Yes, I said 50 to 100 kids.
50 to 100.
Yeah, and every
100.
Zach, every minute, every 40 minutes, there's one Gaza. Every 40 minutes. Either due to starvation or due to sniping them.
Wait, my friend, repeat that. What did
Every 40 minutes, a child is dying in Gaza.
I'm a liar, Caleb. Go ask your little Shromi brother, the one that lied on fucking the stage. And there's a court case going on in relate to fucking Shromi and a whole bunch of these psychopaths. They filed a lawsuit in court of law in the U.S. You guys think that you're the fucking big shots, we're not gonna. I'm a huge liar. A motherfucker Shlomi lied on my stage, and we have his clips. The other day, Shuki played his whole fucking clip. It was an hour and 30 minutes. How he lied. But anyways, there's no point. So, and look up the data. How many kids are dying every 40 minutes? Go look it up. There's one child dying every 40 minutes, either due to starvation, the sniping, or burning them, or killing them. The fucking these motherfuckers are demonic. Yep. Anyways.
Oh, I left and came back. Something happened to my phone. But I was here just seeing a mirror. You said there is